The University of Wisconsin-Whitewater is known for many reasons, including academic achievements and athletics. However, it has also been branded a party school. Where did the university get this stigma, and how has it changed over the years? For Whitewater alums Greg Essig and Tom Wiley, the late 60s and early 70s were a different time.
Yeah, you were in some decadent times, like I said, with the war going on, so there was the transition.
The black movement then, the women's movement then,
our
fraternity
our fraternity house got shot up, and several of our fraternity brothers were taken to the hospital. We were attacked. It was pretty wild then, but I think most importantly, drinking age was 18, so that had a big impact.
Yes and no.
Well,
drinking age was 18 when you went outside to Jefferson County, across the line.
Correct.
The beer was cheap, the bars were close, and for many college students like Greg and Tom, school wasn't top priority.
Monday night we drank and then get beat or beat others, and then we drink some more. But that was in the fraternity.
That was to dull the
Tuesday,
pain.
It was. That was to dull the pain, absolutely. Physically and psychically. Tuesday, was usually a hangover. It was a slow day at the bars. Wednesday is when we do the pre-mingle downtown. And that's where you gear up for Thursday.
The Whitewater College drinking culture today appears to be similar to those of generations past. The music, the clothing, and tastes may have changed, but have students' attitudes towards drinking?
I think it's just the college lifestyle. I don't think it's an issue. I'm also on the RN campus, so I deal a lot with students drinking on campus.
That comes from just our culture of this is, we have a lot of breweries, and that's what you do in Wisconsin, you drink. And I feel like a lot of people just in our society here in the state are proud that, Wisconsin, has a lot of drinkers. And I don't know where that comes from. I think it's just cultural. And I hope there are shifts eventually.
But that culture was, for example, Playboy magazine back in the 60s and 70s rated UW-Madison as the #1 party school in the nation. And that was something to be proud of, okay? And we at Whitewater did our best to pull it, #1 rating away from them. We weren't even in the first 500.
Some Whitewater students today are still seeking the title of #1 party school. The Royal Purple covered the story and students' disappointment in being bumped to number 74 on the latest FiestaFrog.com poll. In the story, the Royal Purple urged students to start seeking new reasons for Whitewater's recognition other than drinking.
I hope students aren't proud of that, and I know Wisconsin has that culture of, oh, well, that's what you do. Wisconsin people drink. But it's not that case. There are a ton of people who live in Wisconsin or, go to UW campuses that don't drink and choose not to drink or drink at a minimal amount. So I think Whitewater is just like any other campus, and drinking issues are on all campuses.
Whitewater's alcohol issues don't appear to have changed much in the last 40 years. But have things really gotten better?
I think there's more binge drinking going on than there was back then.
Well, supposedly binge drinking by definition is having 5 or more drinks on one occasion.
Well, then I guess there was a lot of binge drinking back then. I don't know.
That's good for half an hour.
We'd have half barrels at the fraternity house, so
like 4 or 5 in a night. Well, 3 or 4. I don't want to exaggerate.
Binge drinking and drinking among this age group, or among any age group, has steadily decreased. And that's because we do have policies in place. For instance, the drinking age used to be 18. and then they increased it to 21, and that has shown to be significant in how many lives have been saved.
The area's culture may be that drinking is okay, but there are many things that can be done to change that mindset and move toward a safer and healthier campus.
I think if we change the social norms of drinking on this campus, that'll change the stigma. And changing social norms really requires a lot of different prevention levels, which is creating more policies, making it harder for students or individuals to drink at a party or on campus if they drink in their res hall without their RAs knowing.
Through the Dean of Students office, we offer it's an educational workshop that's an alcohol education. It's an alcohol awareness workshop, and now we're actually offering a marijuana awareness workshop as well. Those are offered to let students explore the potential risk and consequences of stuff from their use or abuse of alcohol or marijuana.
Creating environments where you don't drink, and that you provide them maybe with sober parties, you provide them with more events that they can go to that don't allow any drinking at all, and show that Whitewater has more to offer and is not the school where there's nothing to do but drink, because that's what a lot of students believe, and maybe making more awareness of what are the other things and what are the other options you have.
The university's drinking policies have come a long way compared to 40 years ago. Through education, prevention, awareness, and alternative programs, the university can overcome the stigma of being a party school.